Speak with Mike Beasley here, and since we don't have our mic, tell them what it's all about. We see those cars outside and all that stuff, and a little bit about this place here.
Well, the town of Blackville is the historical aspect of Blackville is the railroad, and back in the day we try to have a theme of history here. And Mr. Miller here, the owner of Ray's of the Bread Basket, does a good job on trying to maintain the historical attributes of the town of Blackville. Healing Springs is a big tourist site. A lot of people come and get their water. Some people bring their water jugs to get their water supply for the whole month. So it's a good place to visit if you hadn't ever been in the town of Blackville.
And I walked in town, I was just telling sister here that I walked into town here and I was kind of looking around after she said that maybe she would consider doing it. I walked through town here and I walked to this building. I didn't spend a whole lot of time in town, and I happened to know the cashier. And on the window it says, going out of business. And I went to, I want to say her name's Karen, but I'm not sure. I said, Karen, why are they selling this? It just hurts me to see a business fail. You know, we just got a small town here, and here's one entity that's been here for a couple of years. He said, well, here's what's happening. We were paying our rent. The boss, our employer, was paying his rent with the VHS movie rentals, and now a big name movie rental came to town, and the boss says, that's it. If I got too much competition here, I can't stay alive. So he's going to quit. He's selling out. I said, well, what about this building? Kind of unique building. I said, the people that own this building would love. You probably come up with any kind of halfway decent rental agreement, and they'll buy into it. So I came up, drew something up, and a lease agreement to buy. And I was telling this lady that within 2 weeks after we opened up, this was not a restaurant. This was actually more like a home auto, bicycles, a few bicycles, some refrigeration, and of course a DVD VHS rentals at that time. So we got to think about 28 years ago. There wasn't too many DVDs then yet, I don't think. So anyway, we made an agreement, and my church people, we did work bees, kind of similar to barn raisings. Everybody pitches in, brings their saw, and they really pitched in and helped me. And of course my family too. By that time my girls were, oldest daughter was actually married, and oldest son should have been married. And my other children were like teenagers, and so they were very, very helpful. And it's exciting, we're going to open up a business in Blackville, Miller's. And we're going to call it Miller's Kitchen. But then the lady across the street had a little breakfast lunch deal. And guess what? We already had decided this is going to be our name. And she puts on her building and sign. Here she's getting competition, so he has to upbeat a little bit. Hattie's Kitchen. Oh, I said, now ain't that something? We're going to have to change our name. It looks like we're trying to pattern off of her or whatever. So I got thinking about it a little bit. Well, the bread basket. Bread is, and we are going to do homemade bread. And we're going to do homemade pies, even at that point. And so I said, well, there should be some kind of a name that we can kind of tie off of from the Bible. And I always liked the Golden Rule, and I toyed with that. And then I said, well, Give Us This Daily Bread is a really good devotional. I liked it. Daily Bible Reading Guide. I said, well, why don't we call it the Bread Basket? And that's it. Miller's Bread Basket. So now, 28 years later, we're still here.